Welcome. Before we start, let's wait a little bit kung ready na kayo. Hello. Hi. Dale. Hello, Dale. Thanks for joining in. Good. Give me a thumbs up, guys, pag ready na kayo. And we shall start the OFW Financial Blueprint, the financial roadmap to overseas Filipino workers. You know, madami po tayong matututunan dito. Thumbs up, guys. Thank you for the quick responses. Thank you. Okay, let's start na. Right. A quick question, guys. Did you know na if you had kept 1 million pesos dito sa Singapore in 2015, 10 years ago, the value of your 1 million pesos would have been 1,318,400 pesos today at 2025, in 2025. Dahil yan sa currency exchange natin, di ba? Kasi yung currency exchange back in 2015, $1, 1 SGD is equal to 32 pesos. As of today, 42 pesos na. Dun sa mga taga Singapore dito sa sa webinar. Yep, type SG kung taga Singapore kayo. 1. We have 1. Oh, we have 2. Okay. Hi, Christine. All right, let's move on. So let's go to let's carry on with our webinar. So the OFW Financial Blueprint. This is the financial roadmap to overseas Filipino workers kung OFW ka. In this webinar, ang agenda natin is firstly introduction. I believe I have a few clients here dito sa Singapore na nandito sa webinar. Thank you for joining, guys. Hello. Yes, introduction. Who is Rico Desengaño? Sino ba ako? Second, we'll be going through the leverage of an OFW and also potential problems ng OFW. And next is syempre yung solution. So nandiyan yung money management, your financial freedom strategies, etc. And also mga case studies, right? Okay, let's move on. Kaya quick introduction, ako si Rico Desengaño. I'm a executive wealth manager here in Singapore. A little bit of backstory. I was an insurance agent for first year, when I first started in this finance career, and 4 years and ongoing as an executive wealth manager. Later, I will show you guys kung anong pinagkaiba, what I feel was the difference between being an insurance agent and a wealth manager. So mainly, I work with Filipinos, both OFWs here in Singapore and other countries. And of course, meron din tayong mga clients dyan sa Pinas who are domiciled in the Philippines. But mainly, I help Filipinos create optimized solutions to achieve financial freedom. So as a result, my clients save more money and make more money. And yung pinaka-importante, a clear path towards going home for good with financial strength. Now, I need you guys to imagine something. Kung OFW ka, imagine being home for good, nasa Pilipinas ka with your children, with your wife, with your family, with your loved ones, and still receiving your OFW salary. So it's a good thought, right? So this is what we're gonna cover today mainly. But a quick difference between an insurance agent and a wealth manager, because I was an insurance agent back then. So an insurance agent represents an insurance company. So when an insurance agent meets a client, he then introduces financial products from the insurance company that he recommends. Whereas a wealth manager, we take it up the notch. A wealth manager meets a client and we find out what are the requirements of each client. And once we get the requirements or establish the facts, we then recommend solutions from different companies. So kung insurance man siya, we tap in different insurance companies. Kung investment naman siya, we tap in different investment platforms or fund managers. And of course, nandiyan din yung other financial solutions. Which then results to a tailor-made financial solutions to each and every unique individual situation. Kasi iba-iba kasi ang iba-iba kasi ang needs natin bilang tao, right? All right, here's a few pictures when I was in the insurance, and then now since 2021, I've been a wealth manager. I've been invited in different keynote speaking events, ayan, and a few webinars as well with Filipino organizations here in Singapore. Same thing, OFW Financial Blueprint. And syempre, a few more with other Filipino organizations here. And a few konting, awards that I've received the past years. Okay, so I'm partnered with 14 life insurance partners kung insurance ang hinahanap ng client, 27 GI, and lastly, 37 international investment fund houses. So nandyan yung mga international global investment platforms natin. Having access to this, we have having access to multiple companies, allows us to better cater talaga kung ano yung needs mo personally, right? But anyway, enough about myself. Let's move on to the webinar. Ano ba ang OFW Financial Blueprint? Okay? Okay, so I've shown you guys this. Now, if you kept your 1 million pesos in Singapore back into 2015, 10 years ago, yung value niya tumaas na ng 1,318,400 pesos in 2025. And why is that so? That is because of the currency exchange between the two countries. Okay? So these two countries, for some economic reasons, of course, yung value nila, yung value ng currency nila, yung gap tumataas as time goes by. So this was in 2016, which is 1 million pesos. Kung yung 1 million mo ginawa mong SGD, kinonvert mo sa SGD, as of today, lumaki siya ng 31%. So in a 10-year time horizon, you can easily say na every year nag-i-increase ng 3% yung value ng pera mo if you had put your peso into SGD. Yan. So now, how is this related to OFWs? Kasi ang OFW, mainly kasi, di ba, syempre, OFW means Overseas Filipino Worker. You're working abroad. So I'm speaking to OFWs today, especially the ones in Singapore, kasi mas relatable yung currency exchange. And of course, I'm also here in Singapore as a wealth manager. But what is so good about being an OFW? Ano yung leverage ng mga OFW? Firstly, they have better job opportunities. You have higher salary, and with that higher salary, you can provide a better quality of life dun sa mga pamilya mo, sa pamilya mo sa Pilipinas, di ba? Oh. So, thumbs up if you agree. All right, thank you for the response. Okay. However, with that increase of salary or leverage, ang trade-off niyan is nalayo ka sa pamilya mo. 'Di ba? Now, which begs the question, gaano katagal mo gustong malayo sa mga pamilya mo sa Pilipinas or sa mga mahal mo sa buhay? Kasi you're trading money for time with them. 'Di ba? Ngayon, I'm not saying na hindi tayo pwedeng umuwi sa Pilipinas whenever we want, but we can possibly face problems pag umuwi tayo today. Firstly, yung income natin sa Pilipinas, hindi kasing laki ng income natin sa Singapore. Now, kung yung income mo bumaba, syempre pag uwi mo, mas mahihirapan ka na magbayad dun sa liabilities mo, sa responsibilities. For instance, mortgage or yung schools ng mga anak mo, and yung quality of life, syempre mag-change yan. Quality of life, the lifestyle of your families will change if you go back home to the Philippines right now. Diba? So, which then means na money talaga ang problema. Pera ang problema eh. Diba? But the good news is, money is also the solution. Right? So, since money ang solution, kung pera ang solusyon sa problema natin, paano yan? What can we do? What can an OFW do to solve this problem and solve the problem? Firstly, you must have a concrete financial strategy towards going home for good. This is for those Filipinos who eventually want to retire back in the Philippines, diba? So, an example would be, let's say, Filipino ka, nag-OFW ka, you must already have a time horizon kung gaano katagal mo talaga gustong maging OFW. Kasi madami tayong kilalang OFW. 20 years, 30 years na sa ibang bansa. They missed a lot of special events sa mga anak nila like graduation, birthday, 'di ba? Gusto mo bang maging video call dad or video call mom? This is something that we don't want. So, this time horizon, we want it to be some sort of a, like benchmark or a standard kung uh, ito yung time horizon na gusto nating ma-achieve yung financial freedom, which is passive income, di ba? Which is something na pag-uusapan natin today. Now, the ultimate money goal is to be financially free. And let me tell you something. The definition of financial freedom is when you are receiving passive income that is higher than your total necessary expenses. So kung ang gastusin mo sa Pinas, 30,000 pesos, pag may nare-receive ka na 50,000 pesos per month without you having to work, you can easily say na financially free ka. Kasi hindi ka slave sa sa job mo or sa salary mo, di ba? Type down financial freedom, guys. This may sound cliche, pero type down financial freedom if this is something that is relatable sa inyo. Nice. Okay. Now, how do you solve this problem, diba? How do we achieve financial freedom? Firstly, you establish. Guys, you might want to write this down because these are important nuggets, very useful nuggets. Establish how long do you intend to be an OFW. So, ayun yung time horizon mo. So, write it down. Okay, I want to go back home in 5 years' time or 10 years' time. Write it down somewhere. Next, pag umuwi ka sa Pilipinas in 10 years' time or 5 years' time, magkano ang gusto mong matanggap from Singapore or from abroad papunta sa Pilipinas passively per month? So some people would want 30,000 pesos, 50,000 pesos, meron iba 100,000 pesos. It's up to you. Now, with that, this begs the question, how can we achieve financial freedom? It's not about where to invest, I'm not gonna tell you where to invest, okay? But I wanna give you an idea or some sort of a roadmap, towards how we can achieve it. But the first thing you must do is take control of your money. You must have proper money management, which brings me to the next thing is, back then kasi I was reading this book. It's called The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And this is a financial management, money management, where you separate your income into 6 different accounts. So each account may kanya-kanyang purposes sila. Right. Okay, the first account, write this down. First account is your necessity account. Okay. Necessity account, ayan yung bills mo, credit card mo, yung mga kailangan mong bayaran. Yung mga hindi mo pwedeng ma-miss. That's your necessity. Next account is long-term savings account. Diyan yung emergency fund mo, unexpected expenses, nasira yung kotse, yung fridge, ipon lang in case of emergency. Next is your financial freedom account. Financial freedom account, by the way, 10% yan. Ito yung pera or yung budget mo para ma-achieve mo yung home for good journey mo. Di ba? Itong budget na to, ito yung gagamitin mo para makabuo ang passive income. Right? And then next account is your edu. Edu is, I would call it self-improvement. Kung businessman ka, you can use this as your business expense. Right? So, self-improvement account, another 10%, nandiyan yung gym membership, nandiyan yung courses, etc. Basta anything na maglilid sa improvement mo. Next is play, luxury, entertainment. Ito naman yung mga yung mga hobbies mo o kung mahilig kang lumabas during the weekend. This is where the budget is coming from, 10% of your income. And lastly, syempre, to give is to receive. Guys, write down to give is to receive if you believe in this catchphrase, to give is to receive. Right? Yeah, because you want to contribute, right? You want to contribute to the people in need or the society, your community, right? This gift also, pwede rin siyang budget para sa mga birthday presents or Christmas presents or padala even. Kung OFW ka, padala mo sa Pinas. So, now, how does having proper money management lead to financial freedom? Ito na yun, ito na yung importante. You have to activate your FFA account, your financial freedom account. Yan. So yung financial freedom account mo, yung budget mo, that's the one that's gonna lead you towards creating passive income. Kasi yun yung capital mo eh. You have to save it. And which begs us the question, where should I invest my FFA to create passive income? So an example would be real estate. O bili ka ng bahay or a condo or tapos parentahan mo. Money, yung rental money is yung passive income mo na receive per month. And then another is, say, business. O may business ka sa Pinas, you can fund your business. Lastly is yung financial market. So financial markets, ayan yung ginagawa ko. That's where I come in. So invest ka sa exchange-traded funds, ETF, unit trust, UTF, derivatives, commodities like gold. O, sama mo na yung crypto dyan. Yes. Once na ma-achieve mo yung capital mo, then pwede mong gamitin yung capital na yun para sa passive income mo through dividends. So this is where I will be showing you a bit more about this financial markets. Kasi there really are people who benefit from this. In fact, I have 17 Filipinos, OFWs na napauwi ko na who are receiving passive income right now. Okay. So, now let me show you a live example of a person who followed exactly the steps that I show. Napakasimple niya eh. Tignan nyo ha. Let me introduce you to John. Okay, John is 40 years old, IT specialist dito sa Singapore. Now, this John, he wants to work in Singapore for 10 years lang. Gusto niya in 10 years time, uwi na siya sa Pinas with his family and be home for good, diba? This John earns $5,000 or 213,000 pesos per month. He wants to build passive income per month to receive when he goes back home for good sa Pinas. Okay, so first step, like I said, money management. John needs to properly manage his money and allocate his FFA account. Second, find the structured investment vehicle to contribute yung budget niya sa FFA. Number 3, create projections to see if passive income goal is achievable in 10 years time. Diba? So let me go through step by step. Step 1. John earns $5,000. Okay? And according to this Excel sheet, diba, 10% of $5,000 is $500 per month. Ito yung budget niya pang invest. Diba? So alam niya na. Step 2. Find the structured investment vehicle. So for this example, si John, he decided to invest in a unit trust fund with an average return since inception of 7.6% per annum with a dividend return of 6.5%. Okay? Now that John is investing in this unit trust fund, is as good as he's investing in this top 10 holdings like Apple, yan. Yung iPhone ninyo, Nvidia, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, which is Facebook, etc., etc. Right? Step 3, create a projection to see if passive income goal is achievable in 10 years' time. So now, if John diligently invests his $500 budget, FFA budget, in the next 10 years, according to projection, kung yung unit trust na pinag-iinvestan niya may 7% na net asset value growth with 6% na dividend, then it's as good as 13% per annum, di ba? So this 13% per annum for a $500 budget, in a period of 10 years, pag nag-compound siya, he will then end up with 124,000 SGD as a capital. Or in pesos, about 5 million pesos. 5,329,459. Grabe ang haba. So, i-round down ko na lang. Okay, round up ko na lang to. Right. Ngayon, now that 10 years later, John would be 50 years old. Now he's got that 5 million pesos na capital from his financial markets, investments in financial markets. He can then bring his 5 million back to the Philippines, which is what we call the drawdown method. So now, which brings us to the next question, di ba? Say may 5 million ka galing sa pag-OFW mo. Inuwi mo sa Pinas. You wanna ask yourself, how long is 5 million gonna last you? Siyempre, di ba, eventually, mauubos yun pag hindi mo in-invest sa business or pambili mo ng bahay or whatever, or any other investment vehicles in the market. That's the drawdown method. Now, there's another method where we call the dividend method. So, another way that John can use his 5 million pesos is to turn it into his golden goose. Ayan. Alam niyo yung golden goose, di ba, guys? Type golden goose kung alam niyo to. Right. Okay, golden goose. So, ang golden goose is like a goose, tas nangingitlog siya. Yung itlog, yung ano mo, yung returns mo. Which is in this case, dividends. Right? So now, naalala niyo yung unit trust fund na na pinasok ni John to accumulate this capital. Besides accumulation, he can also use this unit trust fund as a form of dividend, as a form of golden goose. So kung ang dividend return ng golden goose na ito is 6.5% or 6% na lang round down, yung 5 million niya, pwedeng iwan ni John yung 5 million niya dun sa account and then draw his 6.5% per annum divided by 12. Ayun yung passive income niya per month, right? So now let's go to the numbers. If John turned his 5 million into his golden goose with a dividend return of 6.5%, yung golden goose niya mangingitlog ng 30,000 pesos per month for the rest of his life. And by for the rest of his life, as long as hindi niya galawin yung 5 million niya dun sa account. Kasi ayun yung golden goose eh. Pag tinanggal mo yung golden goose, wala ka ng passive income. Wala ka ng golden egg. Right? So yung golden egg niya in this case is his 30,000 pesos. So my point is, si John, during his OFW time in Singapore or abroad, inipon niya yung capital niya ng 5 million. Pag nakuha niya na yung 5 million na capital na yun, gagawin, pangingitlogin niya na lang. Which is in this case, may 30,000 pesos siya na itlog. Now, imagine this was 10 million or 20 million or 30 million. Right? Because John ultimately has the choice kung 10% lang ang financial freedom account niya or 20% ng income, 30%, it's up to him. But I'm just showing this as a form of example. So, doon siya, golden goose, nasa Singapore yung 5 million pesos niya, which is 100,000 plus dollars, nangingitlog ng 30,000 habang nasa Pilipinas siya with his family. Now, ask yourself, how can 30,000 pesos help you and your family that you're receiving passively? Paano kung yung gastusin ni John is only 25,000 pesos per month? Or 30? Kung 40, okay lang. 10,000 lang kailangan niyang i-make every month, di ba? So, this is then yung natin, yung roadmap natin somehow to achieve financial freedom or to create passive income. Guys, do you have any questions about this? You can type down dun sa chat kung may question kayo. Okay, according to Anthony, sabi niya, ito lang ba ang returns na pwede nating ma-achieve? Okay, good question. So, you see, yung example ko kanina is simply one of the unit trust funds that we can explore. Different clients have different risk appetites. They have different time horizon. They have different budget. So, in order to know kung saan ka mag-i-invest in the financial market, it would be very, very helpful if you consult someone who knows what he's doing, who has the license even to advise when it comes to investments. So for this case, to answer your question, this is not the only fund na pwede nyo pasukin. This is not the only investment vehicle na pwede nyo pasukin. Excluding pa yung mga bonuses dyan ng mga account kung may bonus yung account. Excluding pa yung mga flexibilities or whatever, mga fees, mga ganun. So this is just a broad example that I'm showing you guys. But yeah, to answer your question, no, that's not the only one that we can invest into. My fixed income, then my bonds. Depende talaga sa client yan. Any other questions? Huwag kayong mahiya, guys. This is broad. You can ask me any questions. Any questions? Right. From Cecil, paano kung yung necessity daw is more than 55%? Okay, question ni Cecil, paano kung yung necessity daw is more than 55%? Okay, good question. So ito kasing six jars money management is depende lang talaga yan sa financial situation mo. Some of my clients, what they do is they would allocate different percentage. So, kunwari, malaki yung expenses nila, you can maybe put 60%, 70%, and sacrifice some of the allocation. Like, kunwari, yung play mo 10%, di ba? O you can sacrifice maybe 5%, ilagay mo sa necessities mo, ikaw bahala. So, may mga clients din na tinataasan yung financial freedom account dahil, say, wala silang liabilities, they have less things to pay for. Right. Last question, guys. I can take another question. It's been, magto 30 minutes na tayo dito. Any more? Any more? Last question, guys. Okay, another question from Fernando. Para lang ba daw sa Singapore, sa mga OFW sa Singapore to? Okay, the answer is no. Actually open to globally. Whether you're an OFW sa Hong Kong, Taiwan, Thailand, Malaysia, pwede. In fact, kahit sa Pilipinas po pwede din. If you have the funds in the Philippines and you want to explore the financial markets here in Singapore, being Singapore, the financial the financial hub of Asia, yes, it's open. Pwede. May mga clients tayo dyan sa Pilipinas who fly in here to invest. We have accounts as well na hindi mo kailangan mag-fly in. You can simply just, book a consultation. Yes. I hope that answered your question. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, great. Let's move on, guys. If you have any more questions, you can drop a message in my social media, on my Instagram, Rico Desengano, on my Facebook, Rico Desengano as well. You can find me on social media. Drop me a message. I will try my best to reply. Yeah, great. So let's move on. What are the key takeaways of this webinar? Firstly, okay, there are many opportunities to invest globally. Pinakita ko sa inyo, I showed you guys earlier yung currency exchange, di ba? Philippines and SGD. 10 years ago, yung palitan 1 is to 32. Whereas ngayon, 1 is to 42 na. That's about 30% of growth only if you park your money elsewhere in another country. Right? A lot of global opportunities. Next, money management is just as important as where to invest. Kasi bago ako kasi mag-isip ng investment, you want to make sure na yung investment strategy mo, masusustain mo. And that's through having proper money management. Right. Next is diversification. Okay? Diversification, invest in multiple assets. So I'm not saying na mag-invest lang kayo sa financial markets. Investments, you can do it through many ways. Real estate, financial markets, your own businesses, crypto, forex, whatever. As long as you're investing. Kasi the highest risk that you can take is to not even risk. Kasi pag walang risk, ibig sabihin, forever ka magtatrabaho. You're not creating passive income for yourself. Do you want to work until your age 70, 80? Di ba ayaw natin ng ganun? Do we want to depend on our kids in the future? We don't want that. So we have to create a source of passive income talaga. This may sound cliche, pero financial freedom or having passive income is the ultimate goal of every person, not just Filipino. Yes. Okay. So, of course, as a form of appreciation sa pagdalo ng ating webinar, I have a giveaway. Yeah, si John, 'di ba, as an example, he used a template to find out to do his money management. I'm giving away my 6 jars money management Excel template. So over there, madali lang 'yan. All you have to do is key in your salary, and then this Excel template will then calculate it for you. Type nyo yung salary mo. Change mo na lang ng pesos kung nasa Pilipinas ka or whichever your currency is. But my point is, this will show you kung how much FFA ang meron ka so that you can then invest somewhere, right? And eventually lead to passive income. Click the link below para dun sa mga nanonood ng replay, nung replay mode ng video na to, ng webinar na to. You can click the link below in my landing page, and I will be posting this on my social media as well. And that's not all, right? That's not all. I have my second gift. Okay, second gift. I'll be giving away free consultation, financial consultation. Not to worry, it's not a. I won't be selling anything to you, but all I'm gonna do is give you a tailor-made guidance. Okay, I'll be giving you advice, specific advice na unique sa financial journey mo if OFW ka, or even if you're a Filipino back in the Philippines, right? Expert insights. So as you can see, I've been doing this for 8 years now. You know, in this industry, I've helped 17 OFWs go home for good with financial strength. I'll show you, I'll share insights, on how we can achieve this. Second is immediate action steps. What is it actually that you need to do next regarding dun sa sa financial situation mo? Okay, so when the consultation ends, you walk away with clear and actionable steps kung ano yung pwede mong gawin next. And of course, cost-free siya, libre siya. It's free consultation, gain clarity, and have a roadmap towards your financial freedom. And then support, access to tips and resources. I'll be giving away resources as well. Ano ba yung pwede mong gamitin to track your finances, etc. How to read kung ang website ba titingin kung ano yung mga UTF or exchange traded funds na may potential right now at this current market. Yan, yung mga ganyan. And then, of course, however, itong free consultation na to, there's a catch, syempre. Dahil free siya, there is no obligation to sign up for any paid services. Okay, this opportunity gives you actionable points. That's all you're gonna get from here. And at the end of this consultation, you can then decide whether you want me to help you or not. You want to engage me as a wealth manager. This consultation, by the way, I will be showing live client testimonials, number one. Number two, live client accounts. Yan, makikita mo yung mga Pilipinong nakauwi na. Saka yung mga accounts na kung paano pinapalago yung mga pera nila using the Singaporean financial markets and facilities. And then my only goal actually is to help you take a step, diba, towards financial freedom. Now, I only have 10 free slots available. Okay? Take note, 10 slots only. 10 slots available. You better book now bago siya mag-run out. You see, I have only 10 slots available for you. So, yung link nasa baba, the link is below, below this video. Or you can reach out to my social media again, Rico Desengaño on Instagram, Rico Desengaño on Facebook. Go and book. It will lead you to my Calendly link. Yes. All right, guys, that is the end of my webinar. I hope that you guys learned something from this. And I want to remind you, download your Excel sheet because this could be your first step towards financial freedom. Get your money management right before you even think about investing. And don't forget to book your consultation. It's free, 10 slots only. Go ahead. And of course, don't forget to follow my socials. Facebook, Rico Desengaño, and Instagram, Rico Desengaño as well. You can reach out to me over there. You can ask me any questions. Please follow and like my page as well to get insights and updates, which I post almost every day per week. I post content there, and I hope that this brings value to you and your family. Thank you guys, and have a great time. To financial freedom. Bye-bye.